off. But what they said was, you curate your work. You curate your work. Now there was they also cited a previous one, George Frena, Tech Warehouse, BBS Systems and Consulting. So Playboy was doing this. This is from 1993. So they were basically going on and finding people were scanning Playboy images and then selling them. I had a wonderful story on the BBS documentary. There was another major BBS exec PC, and when these lawsuits came down, the guy flipped out because the vast majority of their business was transferring in adult images. And what are we going to do? How do we know these are Playboy images or not? So they assigned a guy, who I interviewed, who for 3 weeks looked at pornography, and if the models looked, quote, too good, he would delete it. And he said, I have never seen that many vaginas in my life. With this wide-eyed fear. And he's like, it was really only stimulating for the first couple of days. But as an interesting parallel to what we're talking about now, Russ Hardenberg versus Playboy, where he lost because they said, because you curate stuff, you must be aware of its legality, therefore you are liable, is what was cited to take down Napster. Hardenberg versus Playboy is one of the citations to win over Napster because they were doing some level of curation of their wares, and so that peer-to-peer network was taken down due to that. So there's always something kind of there to bite you on the ass and pay attention to. Again, I love watching history this way. So it's kind of fun, you know, and you say eventually, oh, well, of course, people get it. And then you go, oh, I guess they really don't get it, huh? Anyone still using their super mini floppies? 3.3 megs on one 5 1/4 diskette? Oh, well. High capacity, field proven. Anyway, oh, and reliably transportable. That's an awesome, awesome sales. Anyway, so. A few years ago, about a year or two ago, I got this mail from a guy. Now, and again, I must say this, by the way, this is one of the greatest pieces of my life, my current life and the life I've lived, right, is that people go, where do I send this? Maybe you should send it to Jason Scott. It's nice to have that reputation. It really makes me feel good. It literally makes me feel good. I have found citations by using a blog search where someone goes, I want to get rid of a bunch of shareware CDs. What do I do? And someone writes, give them to Jason Scott. And because my thing triggers, I show up a minute later and go, I'm here. What you got? I'll PayPal you shipping. Hey. As a result, there is something called cd.textfiles.com, which you guys may not be aware of. It's 400 gigabytes of shareware that I've collected over the past few years. I'm going to be putting up another 200 gigs of shareware in the next couple of months because I've got it waiting to go up. And so I love collecting that stuff. And there is so much treasure in shareware. I mean, there's so much treasure in there, so many things. When Duke Nukem was canceled, I ended up grabbing Duke Nukem 2 and putting it up for everyone, you know? And you could see how Duke Nukem grew through the years and what it all meant. So it's great when I get these mails. I love these fucking mails. They're awesome. So I got this mail from a guy. Let's go with a guy. And it said, hey, Jason, I saw something go by on my torrent site that you might want. It's a collection of pirate notices. And I said, well, fuck yeah, sure, dude, whatever. And he goes, I'm going to give you a one-time token to our pirate server so you can grab it. And I had Fios at the time. I hit this server, and I'm getting 12 meg download speeds. All right? Which is why I didn't initially notice that it was 1.6 gigs of pirate notices. What the fuck are pirate? Thinks I should have it? Fuck yeah! Shove it down! I'll eat it. Make it stop moving. I'll suck it down. So I get this huge collection of releases. All right? Just massive amounts. I mean, there's like thousands in this collection of this guy, right? And it's got great titles into it, like Fucker Who Almost Screwed Me. Ban this stupid user. Scene release standards. Call out to all German XVID groups to reorganize. All right? What this guy gave me was the inter-office memo of the pirate scene. The bitch slappinest collection of hatred, anger, and misanthropy that I've ever seen. All right? And I thought, well, Jesus Christ, I got my talk for next year. Hooray! Free admission. So this is what we got here, and I'm just going to go through a few of these. I'm just going to go through this collection just because I think it's just absolutely fascinating. So this is all circa 2004, okay? About 2004. And the rag pages have gotten more colorful. They've certainly gotten more explicit. And they have a lot more drugs involved. Drugs, guns, money, and teddy bears. Why, you say, Jason? I don't know. I got no idea what this fucking shit is. I don't even understand the context of this. I think CMS is one of the groups as a way of saying, ha-ha, we have illegal shit with your name on it, or something. I don't know what the thinking is, but I don't know. Teddy bear with gun, it just brings up memories. Anyway, so here's this interesting situation. It doesn't behoove me to go too far into the lingo and whatever of pirate groups to too much extent. It's a lot of it out there, and I'll give a link soon. But this is an example of a proof, okay? A proof is where you show that the thing you pirated or are distributing to other pirate groups or within the scene is real. So what this is an example of, this guy says, I'll give you his letter in a moment because it's so brilliantly written. What he is trying to tell you is all the people who said we stole our pirated ware of this electronica MP3. Here is a promo record that we received and intercepted, allowing us to have a copy before anybody else, which we have now ripped and are sharing. Okay? So he's got a picture of the label, and on the back he's showing you what the other label looked like, and here's the full entry on the bottom with the name blocked out so nobody gets in trouble of this release, along with this beautiful letter, some of which I'll read. Just a little bit. I gotta get into the voice. I have to become this man. Okay, where should I begin? I guess it should be with you, the mighty full of sperm ripper of MFS, of course. Hey there, little cocksucker. I'm sure you have cold sweat on your forehead as you read this lovely proof release of ours. Now you're probably asking yourself, why did I try to be such a crappy smartass and mess with the best? Let me guess, because you own a really tiny dick. And for you sheepers who follow Newbie Ripper, who thought he could save the day, shame on you! Now on to the rest of the scene ops and our lovely fans all over the world. We would like to thank you for your support, and at the same time, shit on you sheepers! MNS particularly, you tiny little MS Ripper, go back to your cave and die! And all of the mighty nukers out there, you better not be thinking you can get us down because of some funny nukes! And so on and so on. What's that? I'm out of time? For what? What's coming before? What? Hacker Jeopardy? I am completely out of time? You gave me no warning? clingo.wordpress.com. Lots and lots of nuking each other by giving away their own information. Lots of CSI-like attacks on each other, revealing each other's IP addresses. Wave analysis to show that they stole each other's releases. We will provide proof that the other group is faking their releases by showing you that their various GIFs have been photographically modified in Photoshop. And of course, the glorious Lamer Hall of Shame is proud to present these guys where, because they had an insider on a software company, they were able to see another group use a credit card to buy a copy of the software. They traced it back, and they narc him out. Here's the first time that they discovered about those dots that are in screens that we see right now, the cigarette burns that tell you exactly which movie theater is showing which movie, so they can trace it back down and figure out who is telesyncing. So what the good goddamn do we learn here? First of all, be more clear in telling me how much time I have. Strike! But also, I just, again, wanted to show you guys that there is a case of just a scene, any scene, one that you're part of, one that you're not part of, can be a nest of ludicrousness and a lot of hatred when in fact you are all united in ripping shit off. And to maybe show a little bit more love for your common thieves and the way that you feel about each other, that's all I ask. I'm Jason Scott. I guess that's it!